Hi everyone, I hope you have a lovely day. Welcome to another interview here live on Instagram Live. I try to do an interview like this every month. Next month there's another interview as well. And today we have a very inspiring entrepreneur that I'm going to ask some questions, and I hope she can inspire you with her entrepreneurship, the way she thinks. She is the founder of FMLLE Magazine, and I really hope that I'm pronouncing that right. I have asked her, but I'm not that good in pronouncing stuff like that. Which is a South Asian platform, and their mission is to, with their entertaining content, make every South Asian woman feel at home. So I'm going to invite her to chat with me. Let's have her in the interview. I can't stay.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, I was hearing right because I have new ear thingies in, and I'm not sure if I'm if people can.
Yes.
Okay, great. Because I'm from Alex, and I was like, oh, I hope these work.
Not the best sound, but I can still hear you.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'm
better without, but maybe I don't know.
Maybe it is better without. I'm gonna put them on.
Yes.
So, are you hearing me now without them?
Yes, better. How have you been?
I like without also better, but they're like doing construction work next door, so I'm hoping they don't go and
like in my last life I heard 𝘗𝑒𝐿, so it's all right.
Yeah, you always have something when you're recording, right? There's always something. And my partner is actually working at home as well, so if he comes out of that door and looks,
no problem. I don't know. It's like in the Facebook videos where you see like the partner naked walking behind this person.
Oh my gosh.
I don't hope that happens, but like
no.
Yeah, if it hasn't,
it was very short, but it's literally what you do.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. No problem. And thank you for doing this interview with me, first of all.
Of course. Yeah.
How are you? How are things?
I'm doing great. So I just finished my thesis this week. So I finally think like I can breathe again a little bit. So it feels a little bit strange because now I have time to do other stuff. So I don't know where to start. But I'm doing good. And you? Like you have the pregnancy glow? Looking good?
That is makeup, honey. Okay, I do love my skin, I do love my hair, but I'm getting into the tough months now. Like the last couple of months, I noticed getting out of bed, my boyfriend has to push me up.
Aww.
It's so bad.
But you have a you're pregnant, so you can it's okay.
Yeah, he has to help me.
Yeah,
yeah. Putting my shoelaces on and stuff like that. It's such a joke.
No, it's cute.
And I think you've been doing a lot of work on your magazine because you have interviews, a lot of interviews actually, very entertaining interviews with all kinds of Bollywood stars and stuff like that.
Thank you
so cool.
much. It's because of the quarantine.
Everybody's at home.
Yeah, and also like I wanted to interview like the first person I interviewed. I posted it today, and I wanted to interview her like last year because she was coming to the Netherlands, but because of some organization things, it didn't come through. So when I was in the first week of quarantine, I was like, why shouldn't I just contact them and try to do it online? So I never thought it would be like I would have interviewed certain people, but it's a really nice thing to do.
Yeah, they're really nice to watch, and they're very entertaining. I think. And they give you another perspective that I would never have known otherwise.
Okay, yeah, so because I also love Bollywood movies, so I can watch it the whole every single day. I try to watch at least one. So it's really nice.
But they're long, right?
Yeah, not all, but some are 3.5 hours, and the old ones are 4.5 hours. So Yeah, but I try to look at the movies that are like 2-3 hours. So yeah.
Cool. Actually, my boyfriend and I went to a Bollywood movie once in the 𝘮𝘳.
Yeah.
The cinema here. I can't remember, but it was so cool. And it was quite long, but I remember getting people saying like, it's not translated, you know this, right?
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah, we'll watch it.
How
we'll
was
just
it
see what
translated?
happens.
Like, it's always translated in 𝘮𝘳.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was actually partly English, of course, also. So we still followed everything, and the storyline was quite followable. So, and the dances were so cool, and I was like, I don't know what they're singing about, but it looks awesome.
Yeah. A lot of songs. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it though. It's so entertaining. And these people, they need to have a lot of skills.
To be honest, like sometimes, like I love dancing, but like their like dance choreography, like sometimes I think, can you move this and that at the same time? Like, I don't know, but it's really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really cool, yeah. So I wanted to ask you, first of all, I also saw you have a new t-shirt that is out.
I was just, let me show you, wait. I was just packing orders. So,
cool.
Like, oh, sorry. I just needed to show you. So I have like, sorry, I was packing orders before this, so that's why I have everything at hand. But like, it's the 𝘮𝘰𝘳 t-shirt.
Yeah, really cool.
Thank you. And 𝘮𝘰𝘳 means like daughter or girl. So 𝘮𝘰𝘳 is like, oh, I'm so sorry. I just got a call. I'm so sorry. Yeah. So yeah, that's why I like started it. Also because in our culture, people always say like, what will people think, or don't do stupid things because like other people, their opinions. And I'm like, just live your life. Don't live your life for others. So yeah, that's why I started that.
That's a very nice message.
Thank you.
That's really cool. Yeah. So I want to, sorry, what?
I said, thank you so much.
It's deserved. But I was wondering why you actually started your magazine in the first place, because I know you started in school. So what made you wanted to start a magazine?
So I always wanted to become a presenter, like for TV or stuff. Sorry. And I always felt like I'm always trying. So like in the beginning, I did auditions, and I saw that certain people were getting it because they knew people, and I understand that. But like at those auditions, they were acting like they don't know each other. So I was like, I'm not dumb. So because I know.
Yeah.
And after a while, also because I'm not like full 𝘮𝘰𝘳, I never felt like I was part of something. Like I didn't really feel like I'm fully 𝘮𝘰𝘳 or I'm fully Suriname or anything. So that's the reason why I like started my own platform, so I can like practice my skills and use that like to send to bigger agencies. And so that was like the real reason why I started, just for myself, so I can create a platform where I can present. And if it's online, it doesn't matter, but I don't want that somebody can tell me, no, you cannot do this, or I never got a chance. So that's why I started it at the beginning. And that was in 2017, and now we're in 2020. And like since this year, I changed it up because like we have like a lot of platforms for like the Dutch audience, and we also have like a lot of for the Black community coming up. So that's really nice to see. But I haven't really saw a community for like 𝘮𝘰𝘳, like that can be Indians, Pakistani, Suriname, like everything, all the South Asians. And I just wanted to create that for like the Dutch 𝘮𝘰𝘳. So that's why I like changed it up. And yeah, that's also why I'm like interviewing like Bollywood people. So I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, it's so cool. It's really nice. It's fun that you started actually like a project for yourself and then got inspired to do something with your voice and actually use it as a platform for the whole South Asian community. And is this particular in the Netherlands or just internationally based?
Sorry?
Is it for the South Asian community in the Netherlands or internationally?
So to be honest, I'm still struggling with that because like we do like interviews in English and we also do interviews in Dutch. So the Dutch people we interview, it's in Dutch, and like the people in India, we do in English. But we also see that like there is now coming a mix from also Dutch DSCs as like global DSCs. But we try to stay like Dutch DSC platform, because there are already like platforms for the UK or America. So like there are already like English based platforms. So I try to keep it Dutch, but like some like the intros I will keep doing in English, because otherwise like yeah, I cannot. I teach them Dutch. I teach them Dutch in the interviews, but yeah,
oh, that's so cool.
So they're good students, because it's like really fun to see like somebody that only speaks like Hindi or another language to hear something saying Dutch. So it's really fun, but it's more for the Dutch people.
I think it's a really difficult language for other people to pronounce.
To be honest, like in India, you have like a lot of different languages. So I can understand Hindi, but I had like an interview with somebody, and they told me they wanted to teach me a phrase in another like language from India. So I was like, okay, something I never heard before. I don't know, Marathi or something. So they told me something, and I was like, oh my God, this is how you guys feel when I teach you something Dutch, because when they teach me something Hindi, I already know. So I know what they are saying, but when they taught me like something in another language, I was like, oh, I feel so sorry. This is what I'm doing with you guys, like during the interview. So it was really fun, but yeah.
Yeah, and it's especially when you teach people sounds with a G or R. Like,
yeah. I had like somebody that wanted to know vandaag is maandag, and he said vanda is manda. And then he thought Monday was going to be Monday, but it's like maandag. And he made like a song of it. Like he was like, oh my God, it rhymes. And I was like, does it? But he didn't say the G. So vanda is manda. That rhymes. Yeah. So it was really funny, because I almost believed him it was rhyming. I was like, yeah, it rhymes. And like later I was like, no, it doesn't rhyme. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Yeah.
Fun. And like I said, you started in school. Which year did you start with in your school?
So I finished associate degree, and I was going to do a bachelor, but because I was asked for a television show, I skipped that. And then I was like in a TV program for 3 weeks, and I came home and I was like, okay, I want to do something for myself. I want to start a magazine. And I looked in my Google Drive and I saw the name FMLLE somewhere. So that's how I started. So it's not really like, I didn't really thought it through, but I always have like little notes in books or in my Google Drive. So I always like pick my ideas from there. So yeah, it was like during school. And to be honest, I did it during my school years. But to be honest, I had such a great teacher, because she changed my course, so I could like full-time work on my magazine, on my platform. I also had like an office from day one. That wasn't really smart to have, to be honest, because I spent like, I think around 10,000 euros in like 1 year only for like my office space, and I wasn't even making money. Because I was thinking like, okay, if I start for myself, I have to have this, I have to have that too, so that people will take me seriously. And also because I was working with interns, I really had to have an office, but like 10,000 euros in your first year for an online platform, it's nuts, because you don't really need like an office or anything. So I learned from it, but it really hurts in my, like now that I think about it, but like it was a lesson. But yeah, I really had sorry?
Again, I think every entrepreneur makes these.
You have to make like mistakes, right? Yeah. So
you do think often like, oh, I'm going to be an entrepreneur, so I have to get a loan or do this or have that or go buy the old
something crazy, because like you were talking about loan. I was planning to lease a car, just because I wanted a car, and I was just planning to take an Opel, to buy an Opel, and my friend told me like, no, your business partners are like making a lot of money, some are millionaires, so you cannot like lease an Opel, you have to lease like an Audi or something. And I was like, I'm not really like, oh, brands, like it's important to be like to buy certain brands. But at that moment I was like, maybe I do need to buy a Audi. Like I don't even like, I'm not even interested in cars, but I almost did it. And then like yeah, I didn't do it. Like after I already signed the first papers, but I didn't go through with it. But then I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, you want to look like an entrepreneur? Don't do that. Just focus on being one. So I'm still struggling with it, but I think it's important to like work on it, then like show everyone like it's going okay, and then you take a lot of loans for nothing. So yeah.
That's great, Sam, because I think a lot of beginning entrepreneurs actually fall into that category of thinking I need to represent myself a certain way. And I always say to people,
it's like how do you say that? You can pay your house with that, like monthly. Like it's crazy. For what?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, I needed to say that.
I get it. I get the frustration. I made so many stupid mistakes. Well, I get it. But I do think that people think that when they start with entrepreneurship, that they have to represent themselves a certain way, or have a certain income, or a certain start capital.
Yeah.
And that's so not true. Like the first thing you need to do when you want to become an entrepreneur is actually work on becoming an entrepreneur.
And I think it can take years. I think it can take also years, because to be honest, when I look at like stories on social media, it looks like, oh, you start your company and in 1 year like you're successful. Like I don't think like that's really realistic, because like it's really, you have to try different things out, and sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. So yeah, I think it's also like the social media culture we're living in. Yeah,
I get it. Yeah. And did it work starting in school? Because I started in school too, but a lot of people say just do school first and then do the entrepreneurial thing, or go find a job.
Yeah. So like I feel I'm a little bit torn, because like yesterday I talked with my family about, like, when I was younger, my mom never told me like you have to get a job. Like when you were 15, you had like to like work in a grocery store or anything. But that also gave me a feeling like I always want to work for myself. And although I worked for like companies and like I earned like a lot of money, then I still didn't want to do that. And so I know that like money is important, of course, but I cannot do that if I don't like what I'm doing. So I always, like, to be honest, like in my family, we all went to school, but not a lot went to go for their bachelor or something, or their associate degree. So I always found it really important to like finish school, because my sister did it. She went to university, she did everything. So it was more for me like, I know I want to be creative, I want to work for myself, but I always want to have like, I always wanted to have papers. If it was like for soccer or judo or like swimming or school, I love to have like, I don't want to say I have to be acknowledged for what I do, but I love to have like, I love my papers. Like my grandparents always said also, like, your paper or your degree is your first husband. So that's always something that like stayed with me. But to be honest, I have learned more by doing myself than at school, because at school, sorry, I study communication and that changed every day. So they are really, I don't know, they're not like, school sucks, let's say that. But like I learned the most by doing it like by myself. But I know we're living in a system that like having a degree is really important. So yeah, I did it because I know like how the system works, but I'm not planning to work for the system, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah. Because I had the same debate in my head when I went to school, because I hated school.
I feel you. I was crying when when it finished. I was like, damn, bye for good. But I'm still but that's another story. But how has your journey been?
Sorry, what? I didn't really use No. No, well, in my family, education is really important as well. So, but people in my family, everybody is really highly educated, and my brother is also very highly educated, and there was never a question for me, if I wanted to do university or if I wanted to do something else, it was always like you have to kind of have to, because it's a normal thing. It's a thing that we expect of you. So which is really weird, because I always hated school. Always, like as long as I can remember, I was not the one that liked going to school. And also the expectation, if you don't like going to school, you must be kind of stupid. I don't know if you feel with that, but there was always something also that was not directly said to me, but in those words, but in other words, like, if you don't like school, then what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, like you don't want to make something out of your life. Yeah,
like you're lazy or you're whatever. But I did social work, found out it was not my thing, and I went to do another studies, and I promised myself, well, this one you're going to finish. But I hated it every day, and I cried a lot. Like every week I cried and thought, like, I what am I doing in my life? And I did finish it because, well, it costs a lot if you don't finish school here in the Netherlands.
But to be honest, we still have it good, because like we're not in America. Like there they have to pay like the full like college, or the, how do you say that, the college fee, and we don't pay that much, like in comparison with them. But also, like, when you don't finish it, you still have to pay. Like, you still have to pay that back. So yeah, that's really hard.
Yeah, and I still do have a debt, but a large part of it was
also, but I try not
put away
to
or
like
paid by the government because I finished it. You had the same thing. You had. I said a large part of my debt was paid by the government because I have a degree instead of didn't finish with a degree.
Yeah, for sure.
So there was a big. There was a big reason why, and I can't say that I didn't learn anything from it, but the main thing I learned from going to school is there are many different roads that lead to success, and school isn't for everyone. And I learned especially what I don't like in life.
That's also important, because like, to know what you don't like, you know what you have to do to like enjoy life.
Yeah, but I finished in March as well, so just a few months before you. So I was really, really pleased that it was done.
I can imagine.
Yeah, and I'm also going to go to another school as well, which is very. Yeah, I'm going
I wanted to go to the university after this, but I was like, I just want to focus on my like career at the moment. So when I will go to do my master like eventually, but not now, because like I don't really talk about it, but since like COVID and stuff, I changed my goals for this year. So I just want to make some things happen, and I don't think I can make that happen when I'm in school.
Yeah, I get that. Like I postponed it for a while too.
Sorry?
Also because I'm pregnant. I postponed it for a while too, also because I'm pregnant, and
understand. That's like, then you're a student of life. Like your whole pregnancy, like that's a whole other course.
Like I'm so excited to be a mom, and I'm so terrified as well.
I know, I understand that. Like I'm not like I don't have kids, but like I have my sister that has like a little one, and I like babysit every week. And I'm like, I love my niece, but I cannot imagine to be a mom now, because like, it's like that person is like your #1 priority. And I think like being a mother, like, is like a full-time job. Like, it's like, I deep respect, and I think you will be an amazing mom, because I already like spoke to you like last year, and I already know you like a couple of years now. So I think you will be an amazing mom. So don't stress about it.
Ah, that's so nice. Thank you. I am going to do my best. But at the end, what do you think about starting a business while you're in school? Do you actually support it when people want to do it?
Yes, I would do that, because like when you're in school, it also depends which study you're doing. If you like studying to be a surgeon, like, oh honey, you don't even have time to do it, I think. But you also have like students that become they're like in medicine, and they like have a YouTube channel and stuff. So I don't know how they do it, but I think it's the best time to start your company or try to figure out what you want to do when you're in school, because you don't have to be a grown-up. Like you have to, how do you say that? You have like time off because you're a student, so you can like try things out. And when you have like your degree, then to be honest, now that I'm almost like finishing up my degree, I try to, I don't want to say, I don't want to graduate at this moment because I still want to have time to try things out and have time to find my entrepreneurship kind of route or something. So I think it's the best thing to do when you're in school, because when you finish school, when you have to pay bills, like I already have to, but like when you like everything is done and you can only work, like I can imagine that you will think, no, I have to pay this, or I have to take care of my kids. So yeah, I think it's the best time to start your entrepreneur journey when you're in school.
Yeah, because you're still able to make a lot of mistakes because they don't have that much consequences than instead of when you're having a family or stuff like that.
I also think that it's like I'm really scared to have like the mindset of like I don't want to regret things when I get older. So I know that, for example, if I didn't do what I wanted to do at this moment, and to be honest, I'm still struggling a lot lately, but with like being like a creative person, because being creative doesn't always pay the bills, so you have to like know what to do. But I really rather have it like this way than when I'm like 50 or 60 and I'm like, I wish I did that, or I regret not doing it. So yeah, life is too short. So I'd rather be a struggling artist my whole life than work for a system and not be happy.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think that's really brave, because a lot of people kind of stay in their comfort zone. But
I don't believe, not that I want to undermine you, but I don't, for me, myself, I don't think it's like being brave, because I chose to stay at home, because a lot of people also ask me like, when are you moving out and stuff? And I'm staying at home because like I really love my family and we have a good relationship, but also because it gives me like the possibility to try things out. And if I don't, like, I don't pay rent, so I already have like less things to pay every month. So I know it's brave, but like it's also like I find it brave when people do what I do when they have like their own home and stuff, like, because they're really taking risk. And I do it, but like on another level, because I'm still staying at home. I don't know.
I understand, but I still think it's brave to put just your voice out in the world anyway. So
thank you. Yeah, I don't want to try to undermine it, but it's also like,
no,
I don't want to. I can understand that when I sometimes speak about, I'm just doing what I would love, and sometimes I also like have discussions with friends because they say, it's easier for you because you stay at home. So I try to not make it sound like, oh, everyone like just do it, like it's easy, because I know in which position I'm in and I'm really grateful for that. So yeah, I don't know, it's maybe because people also told me like, it's easy for you to say.
Okay, I get that, but still I think it's brave.
Thank you.
But where do you see the future of your magazine going?
So since 2017, I always worked with interns, and that was also because, I'm sorry, I didn't really have the means to pay anyone as an, how do you say that, as an employee. And I always was that, I always wanted it, but I never knew how to change my creative idea to something I can earn money with. So I always worked as a freelance social media person besides that. So I also have like, I manage social media accounts for other companies. And, but now one of my interns stopped her internship, and she's my first hire. So that's really fun that I finally have my first hire. She managed like the social media, so I can focus on doing the interviews on my page and stuff. And I also have like, to be honest, I hope that FMLLE becomes like an online platform for this, but not only like entertainment content, but also like a platform they feel like I'm proud to be part of. And like I also have like my personal goals. I would love to present like what I'm doing now, but on a bigger scale. And I always wanted to work in like in the Netherlands, but now since quarantine, like my like, yeah, I don't want to say goals, but my ambitions like became a little bit bigger, because like the people I'm interviewing, and I'm like, I'm dizzy, so maybe I can make it in that world, but I haven't really talked about it because I'm still figuring it out. But I think that's more my goal, so that like I can still operate like FMLLE. Yeah, and you said it correctly in the introduction. Operate that in the Netherlands, and hopefully with a couple of employees that they can like manage like the daily things. And yeah, that I have like my personal goals like with presenting and other stuff, but my ambitions aren't in the Netherlands anymore. So that's really yeah, I haven't said it out loud yet, so that's crazy.
Yeah. That's really cool. I love always going for the big goals.
Yeah,
I think you will be great.
I hope, because like I'm always with family, so lately I've been talking to my family about like what if I move, because I always wanted to move to Amsterdam, because I thought like there you can like become bigger in media and stuff. But now I'm like, screw Amsterdam, I just want to go a little bit further. But I don't know if I can do that, because I'm really like, I'm always with family every day, so I don't know. But yeah, sometimes you have to go out of your comfort zone, what you said, so that's true. Yeah,
that's true. That really is true. And this is the last question of the interview, and I always ask this people, because as you know, I'm a personal potential and power coach. I'm really big on potential and power. So I always ask people that I interview, like, where or when or how did you find your personal potential and power?
Personal
potential. So like how high you can go, and what you can do, and what you want out of life.
I always said, also like in documentary I filmed with like a couple of people, but I never know if it will be aired, but I always said I can become everything except the president of the United States. And then later I came back to that, because I was like, I can also marry somebody that becomes like the president, and then I will become the first lady, and then I will become the president. But like, long story short, I believe like my family always gave me the feeling that I can become like everything I want if I just put in the hard work for it, because we live like in a period of time that like we like, if I can talk for myself, my mom came from Suriname to the Netherlands, and I always had everything, like family, love, education, and everything. So I don't want to take it for granted. So like, oh, my mom came to the Netherlands and I will just like, I will have a mediocre life. So I just want to take everything out of my life. And that was, I think, the moment I realized I wanted to become like something big, or like I have big dreams, was when I was 16, or maybe a little bit before that, but in my head, like when I was 16, because then I did my first pageant like Miss Diwali. And I was like, at that moment, I was like, okay, I want to make it big. I want to do this and that. But in the almost 10 years now, because I'm becoming 26 this year. So like, it's been a decade of like the journey of I can become what I want, and with a lot of insecurities. But yeah, like I think almost 10 years ago.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. And how do you think people can find that power within themselves? Because a lot of people kind of struggle with insecurities when I talk to them about having a dream or accomplishing something. Where do you think people can find that inner power?
To be honest, I have this conversation a lot with my little nieces, because let's be honest, I think people never really ask other people's like, what is your biggest dream? What is something you want to become if it was possible, if nobody would judge you? And then they come with like a lot of creative dreams. So normally if you would say, what do you want to become? And people say, oh, I want to become a lawyer, because that's something people won't like say something negative about, because that's like how life is. So I think it's really important to be really honest to yourself. Like, imagine your best life. Like, what would you want to do without other people saying what you have to do or not? Like, I think that if everyone would be like really, really honest with themselves, they would have like an amazing life. Like, nobody would have a mediocre life. And I don't want to say like, oh, if you want to become a lawyer or you want to become a manager of an a company, it's mediocre. Of course not. If that's really what you want to do in life, then like you have won. So be a big dreamer, and you don't have to tell everyone what you want to become, because like a lot of people are like really close-minded, and they will put their negative thoughts on you. So yeah, dream big and find the people you can really tell everything to. Like find people that are thinking the same way as you, so you can work on your dreams together. Because when you're insecure about your dream, talk to that person. Like, for example, I want to become an astronaut or something. And if I would say that to normal people, they were like, come on, like just be normal, like just work somewhere else.
Yeah.
And I know like you have your dreams, but sometimes you can get insecure about it because you don't know how to get there or something else. And if you have like a close, like a couple of friends or people that that think the same way as you, then they can always help you. Like, no, can you remember like the dream you had? You really want to do it. So find always one person, like find somebody that thinks the same way as you, or even better.
That's a great tip. I think it's always really important to have like your own tribe, your own people around you, have like think alike. I certainly thrive more when I do have people around me.
And it don't have to be your best friends, because like a lot of people think like your best friends, you can tell them everything, but you also have to understand that they are on their own journey. So like you cannot like tell your best friend everything because you think like, yeah, they have to be on the same level as me. Everyone has their own journey. So maybe that person isn't your best friend, but maybe a colleague or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great said. Good advice.
Thank you. Thank you.
And thank you, of course, for having this talk with me. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. Like I have you in my social media so long now. Sorry, what?
Oh, I said it's really fun to be on this side. So not interviewing, but just talking. So I'm so sorry if I talk too much. But I was like,
no, you didn't. You didn't. Like I'm interviewing you, so I want to hear your opinion. Because we've known each other for quite a while now, and I think it's so inspiring that you just started, like, I'm gonna start a magazine, like out of the blue, and just did it, and I really enjoy seeing it grow. So I really enjoyed this talk with you, and I really hope people listen to it and maybe get inspired a little bit more to follow whatever their passion is.
Well, thank you so much, and I cannot wait to see what you're going to do. Like I know you have like a lot of things planned, like in your head, but I don't know when everything comes out.
Yeah.
You're also pregnant.
I don't know.
No pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I cannot wait to see that. So yeah, maybe we can talk in the future again.
Yeah, I would love that. I would love that.
Okay. Okay. Now, nice. Have a lovely day, and I will see you soon.
It was how I wanted to.
Okay. Bye, love.
Bye.
Bye.